following program may contain coarse language, suggestive dialogue, and discussion of violent imagery and sexual situations. It is intended for mature listeners who can tell the difference between facts and opinions.
All the worst-kept secrets are revealed on this episode of the Toonami Faithful Podcast. I am your host, Sketch, and with me I have...
Ready for spoopy season, it's Kuro.
And...
an editorial writer, Laser Kid.
And...
Dreamin' Steven, running a stream.
And our returning guest...
Hey, it's Fabian, the minion first class of the Toonami Faithful Podcast and the Head Samurai, coming back from the basement for another week.
Yep, we let him on a second week in a row. Or rather, we let him out of the basement a second week in a row. Don't tell Darrell. Don't tell Darrell.
Nah, I think you'd be happy with the gun-ho-ness of it.
Perhaps. So, this week we are talking about the final Season 1 episode of Dawn to Dawn, and what a gosh awful cliffhanger it is. And then we talk about episodes 17 and 18 of Dragon Ball Daima, where that thing that you heard about definitely happened.
That thing that someone keeps trying to talk about. I'm like, shh, it's not time yet.
Speaking of that someone, Mr. Paul Pascrillo should be joining us later, but he couldn't quite get on in time. Such is life. We're all busy. I hope you enjoyed a sketchless podcast last week. I believe my my crew here did a wonderful job without me.
Thank you.
And Paul even edited it and got it out on time.
Wow.
The thing I was most concerned about. Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
we had fun, but we missed you.
Oh, thank you. Well, not much of a schedule update, but we do have the first Saturday in November. And it's pretty much like the second to last Saturday in October. Except for one additional hour of Toonami, which they decided to fill with Fooly Cooly Shoegaze.
Not the worst Fooly Cooly.
It's at least it's the third or maybe second best. Depending on who you ask.
Yeah, I think that's a fair listing.
I'm
Either
still
way.
surprised that the music for the last two Fully Cooley hasn't been released.
According
maybe
to
not
Jason,
in the US, but maybe it was released in Japan.
I don't think it was. I don't think there is a. Well, they really only made one new song. It was the ending for Grunge, and that hasn't been released beyond the show. But it's up to the Pillows whether or not it happens. Sad, because that song is one of the best things about Fooly Cooly Grunge. But
yeah,
I digress. Yeah, I don't mind them running shoegaze. It's a little uninspired, seeing as they already played it earlier this year. Why won't they play Housing Complex C?
Yeah, that's what I want.
That's a good question. I like Housing Complex C.
I do
really
too.
That really should be showing after Uzumaki's marathon on the 25th. But
yeah, because I'm pretty sure they still have Housing Complex C on HBO Max.
Yeah, they do. They still have
like
Invincible Fight Girl too.
It's spooky in the right way, you know. Yeah, like I would have wanted it to be longer, but I still enjoyed watching it, and I would enjoy watching it again. It's been long enough.
Yeah,
More than shoegaze, probably.
Plays best in a marathon, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And yet, I don't think they've ever marathoned it, except for right after it ended. Or did they even do that? I don't even remember.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
they did.
either.
Yeah, they did. They did. They had. Yeah, they did.
It's
They
been a
did.
while.
It has
So
been
yeah,
a
it would have
while.
been good to bring Housing Complex C back for this season.
Yeah, I mean they keep bringing back Uzumaki, so why not? And they, admittedly, they have been kind of. I would say, what's the word? I'm blanking on the word. When you could do something but you hold back. What's restraint? They've been restrained with rerunning Fooly Cooly Grunge and Shoegaze, and just kind of let them sit for a while before bringing them back on this year as glorified filler at the top of the block. What were they thinking? But we survived. We survived, and so did Toonami. Yeah, other big thing about that schedule, it's still 2 episodes of Blue Exorcist, and while the first time it didn't really mess up our recording schedule, that time it's gonna.
Well, I mean, all of this is I have to talk about 4 episodes of Blue Exorcist and 2 episodes of Bleach. It's a lot.
No. That first time it'll be 2 episodes of Bleach, 2 episodes of Blue Exorcist, but then the following week 2 episodes of Blue Exorcist will air. And then we're like, well, we don't want to talk about 3 if there's. We don't even know if they'll continue on to the next arc, but I mean, probably.
We're probably going to talk about 2 episodes. We're going to talk about Blue Exorcist 2 weeks in a row, most likely. Yay!
I mean,
No,
sure, that's fine. That's
Oh
that's
no,
fine.
not that.
We'll figure it. We'll figure it
Yes.
out. We'll figure it out.
Uh-huh.
And Daima's almost over, so
There's one more batch of Daima chat after this one.
Yeah. So anyway, that schedule will be the final episode of Dragon Ball Daima on November 1st at midnight. Bleach 1000-Year Blood War. The final 2 episodes of this arc of Blue Exorcist, the Shimane Illuminati. One Piece, which will be the last episode of that filler arc before Zoe starts. Please tell me they're going to start Zoe.
Zoe would be so fun. I love that arc. It's such a fun little arc.
And then One Piece is a 130. They're not rerunning Dawn to Dawn that night for whatever reason. Instead, they are keeping Naruto, but the extended extra hour is Fooly Cooly. So I believe I'm doing my math here because Double Blue Exorcist bumping up from where, because Bleach is at 12:30 now, and then Blue Exorcist is for the 1 a.m. hour. And then technically, daylight savings time is an extra 1 a.m. hour, but Toonami just, they just do whatever. So One Piece will be at 2, quote unquote, and then Fooly Cooly will be from 2:30 till. Man, I probably should have just been looking at the schedule. I don't know why I'm not remembering this. Yeah, what was? It's all in there. But I feel like Fooly Cooly's last. No, that doesn't sound right. Gosh, what was it? Doing a great job reporting this. I really am.
Are we just all gonna let Sketch sync here, or are we gonna?
No, I was trying to look it up. Sorry.
So
I'd look it up on Facebook, but I can't seem to log in.
I have it right now. So daylight saving time for Toonami starting November 1st. We have at midnight Dragon Ball Daima, 12:30 Bleach, 1 and 1:30 Blue Exorcist, 2 One Piece, 2:30 Shoegaze. Then you have the Shoegaze daylight saving hour with 2 and 2:25 for Shoegaze. 2:51 is Rick and Morty versus the Genokoto, and a Naruto at the end.
Yeah, so Fooly Cooly will be kind of off time, but then they'll finish out the time with the Rick and Morty Genicoder short. And then Naruto. Naruto's still on. They're not playing Dawn to Dawn rerun, but they are playing Naruto. Because you got to have your weekly dose of 3 a.m. Naruto, right, kids? Yeah.
Insert
Yeah.
Patrick Bean.
Insert my obligatory complaint about daylight savings time.
Oh, yeah. I should have known that was
Oh.
going to be a minefield.
Oh,
Every
boy.
year.
We're still doing this?
Why? Why are we doing this? No one
It's-
asked for this. Nobody
We're
has asked
still
for
doing
this.
it, and it's still non-consensual.
Yes.
Unless you're in Arizona.
I love that you remembered.
Of course I remembered. How can I forget non-consensual
Daylight savings.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the places I used to live, we actually passed the thing where it's like, we're not doing this anymore. And then the was like, yeah, we are. Deal with it. It's like, but we voted not to.
Well, so much for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's going on with the Toonami schedule. We don't know what's gonna happen on the 8th of November. Gosh, I hope they have something, because there's theoretically 2 to 4 openings.
And when we find that out, then we will know our schedule for recording.
Yeah, that would definitely help out, because with Daima ending, we could maybe boot that a week. Laser, it's almost time to talk about One Piece.
Oh, boy. I was going to make that joke if you didn't. So, yeah. We will set
figure it
sail
out.
for a 5-hour
We gotta
podcast.
figure out where that's gonna be. I almost feel like we'll end up talking about the last 2 Daimas and a whole bunch of One Piece in one episode.
Oh, God.
That'll probably be like a partial recording. I don't know. Might have to do an extra one. I don't want to have to do an extra one. This is why I took a week off. But I did name the episode.
TLDR. We'll figure it out.
I did name the episode. It was like, well, what should we call it? Only the Hell with Fear. Let's reference that music video. Come on. Perfect.
And we talked about all the Halloween stuff and our own fears, so it was thematically perfect.
Yeah.
See?
There you go.
Fantastic. So yeah, that's what's going
All
on in
lines up.
Toonami Land, and what's going on in Warner Brothers Discovery Land. Oh boy. We're not gonna get into it right now. But apparently they are considering selling all or part of the company, and at least Comcast and Netflix are both saying, "Oh, we just want the studio and the shows. We don't want the networks."
Apparently Paramount's interested, but they're not offering enough money.
Ah, yes.
I feel like
What was even the point of the merger?
yeah, we just adapted to this stupid merger, and now they're selling part of the
Well,
company.
they're
Like,
they're
what?
splitting it apart differently. It's like, we want this part and this part over here, this part and this part over here. It's like, y'all, come on.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and it's annoying.
Absolutely ridiculous. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Dawn to Dawn.
Yeah.
Something else
Episode
ridiculous. That's
12,
ridiculous in
yes.
a fun way.
Yeah, the good kind of ridiculous. But before we get into Dawn to Dawn episode 12, I wanted to give Kuro a chance to share any thoughts she had on the previous 2 episodes, the introduction of Gigi, the anatomical models, Okaroon finally, realizing, hey, this is more than friendship I want.
Actually, I haven't been on since they got naked around each other. Well,
Oh,
sort of.
yeah. It has
So
been a minute since you talked about Dawn to
Oh,
Dawn.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you missed the the taking of the cow, and
I was so mad when the rapey aliens came back. I was like, we have to deal with this shit again. But admittedly, that whole sequence with the kids and then ultimately ending up where, Ogren has no clothes and the 2 girls are down to their underwear. It was just it's very like typical comedic relief. You knew how it was going to end. You knew it was going to end up with them, being nude in front of all their fellow students. So it was
It's
funny.
fun
I saw it
slapstick.
coming. It
This
is.
is
It
what
is
it
like
is.
slapstick. I saw it coming, but it was definitely amusing. I also really liked seeing um what's her name? Silky acrobatic Silky Power mixed with Ira.
Yeah,
That was
Iris.
pretty. Yeah,
She looks like a
the
Bleach character.
animation. It is really fun. Yeah, I was gonna say she's definitely animated a little differently, and it's fun. Like there's an overlap between how her powers work and how Okarun's powers work in a little bit in a kind of a way. So it's an interesting parallel to see both of them just sort of activate them on and on and not be very good, still trying to figure out how they work, but definitely getting more physical with, and then having Momo get the psychic power. So they're essentially the most dysfunctional team ever right now. They have the capabilities, they just completely don't know how to use them. I also appreciated Ira, owning up to being a bitchy teenager and admitting, because there's a moment where all the teens are just like gearing up to this massive gang up confrontation for Momo, and I just listened to that. I was like, "Oh my god, girl, you have to say something. Don't be that much of a bitch." And thank God, I guess she does have some kind of a soul because she ended it and took responsibility. Because teenagers can be mean, man. Teenagers can
And
be mean.
honestly, that sequence was when I started to like her.
Oh, it was difficult to watch. I still don't like her, but I am now finding her funny to watch. She amuses me. Her weird crush, her like weird aggression towards Momo. She's just funny.
He's a demon as
Um,
well.
yeah.
I'm gonna go form an army. And Ken's like,
She
good
nopes
luck
out of there
forming
with
your army.
And then she becomes a demon. It's like, I love you.
yeah. Yeah. I loved the animation and I loved all the colors for those sequences, like the bright green for the weird Nessie alien and everything. And then the cow one. The first thing I thought of was like, okay, so that explains why you always hear about the alien and the cow
Yes.
connection.
Hey,
They're
that
milk.
milk that
They
night,
need the
too.
blood. They need milk for their blood.
For their
They need a
blood.
milk transfusion.
They do. I'm glad we have that explanation now. I've been
And it needs
wondering
to be
this for a long time.
unpasteurized.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, I think that's probably a better solution, giving him a cow rather than, giving Okarun's penis
If you give a man a
temporarily.
cow.
Bart Simpson always used to
Exactly.
say, "Don't have a cow, man," but I guess he was wrong.
He's like, you
No.
can get it back.
Do have a cow. Yeah, you can get it back. And Ira's all like, I'll help you get it back.
Just love
Girl,
the direction this is going. It's so stupid funny. I find myself chuckling. And then enter Gigi. Admittedly, I was really annoyed by him, and I still kind of find him pretty annoying. Not because he's a potential rival, just because he's extra quirky, and I don't like the like extra fake quirky. It rubs me the wrong way. I'm not really a fan, but it is the amusing part is seeing how much Okarun is entirely reactive to him, and how the combination of seeing like the intensity of Taro, the anatomical model, and seeing Momo be really at ease with her old friend Gigi, I think combined to make Okarun have this realization that it was more than just friendship he wants from her, that he actually has real feelings, which is really, really cute. It's so cute. I'm glad he figured it out. So that's one half of the equation. Maybe. I
He
think
figured
Momo's like
it
a third
out
of the way
in
there.
only about 10 episodes. That's gotta be a record
Yeah.
for shonen protagonists.
Momo's like a third of the way there. She kind of knows, but she's in like denial about it. So we're still working
And all
on
it is because his name is
Yeah.
the guy that she wants to find.
Girl, Ken Takakura.
And
Yeah.
you
Who's a
can
real
just say that
actual
phrase
actor.
and break her.
Yeah. I gotta say, all the weird shit that goes on in this series, the anatomical model love was really fucking weird. I did not understand.
Taro is my
what the hell I
favorite
was watching.
side character. He's so weird.
Who came up with this? Like this existed in someone's brain as a story, an anatomical model of what in the world? I don't understand.
As someone who writes stories, it sounds like a story I would have come up with when it's like really late, I'm really tired, but I can't sleep, and I want to come up with something. That's the kind of thing I'd come up with in that state.
writing session.
It's what my friends and I
Never-
like to call stupid o'clock.
Yes. Yes.
That's definitely it has that kind of vibe for sure.
It's the time of the night when space goes coast to coast is the funniest.
Yes, that's exactly right.
I love that
I
reference.
do have a test for it, and it's similar to that.
That's perfect. That's so perfect.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's
on
weird.
to-
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's cute. We're here and I'm excited for them for what'll happen next. With the exception
And
of the
episode
weirdness in
12
this
has
episode.
even more anatomical model in love. As we open up, well, we have an anatomical model that's sort of alive, and they can't really keep it just anywhere. They don't want to leave her in the trash anymore, so the kids all beg Granny to let her stay at the house. I love what Psycho says. I'm not running a hotel for horny anatomical models. Was it a hotel? She might have said something more. An inn, a bed and breakfast. I don't know.
No, I like your paraphrasing.
But she can stay as long as you don't bother the neighbors. It's like, okay. So, but it's a little more complicated than that. She does ask, what about with the guy? He's like, well, he says as long as my sweetie is somewhere, I can go back to work at the school. He considers it his job. Pretty sure he doesn't get paid, but
I mean, it kind of is his job. Sketch. He's teaching children about anatomy.
yeah, well, I mean, he's not really doing the teaching. He's just a prop.
He's a living observational tool.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But again, I'm pretty sure he's not getting paid. But
No.
he does have somewhere to stay, so room
Free
and board.
rent.
Free rent. It's not free.
And he could be tossed at any
He
time.
works for it.
That's
He
true.
works for it. So he
He works for a rent, is what I'm hearing.
So they're
Yeah.
just gonna leave these dolls possessed, and that's that. Like that's okay.
Are
I
they
guess.
possessed?
What are they?
We're not exactly sure.
Is the female model even alive? I
And
don't
now
even
they're
know.
responsible for this
I
one.
would say yes.
I mean, Turbo Granny doesn't think very highly of them. She's like, they don't even
Well,
eat.
now
They're
the
not
kids
even-
are somehow responsible for the female one, which is really weird.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
it's so freaking weird.
Yeah. It's very weird. And
That
things
is
get
certainly
weird for some school kids that decide to sneak into the school and try to use the Ouija board, typical. It's like, okay, kids, I know it's freaky that an anatomical model ran right by you, but let's be real, in this show, that is the least of the awful things that could happen to you in the dark.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Also, don't play with
Banana
Ouija boards.
stealing aliens. Yeah.
Yeah. Or curses from old grannies. So Taro's bolting over to make his booty call. his nightly booty call. It will be nightly. And Momo is being a real trooper, hanging out with Hana outside. Why are they waiting outside? It's got to be cold. Why are they waiting inside? That's what I want to know. But they're waiting outside, and Taro has a little trouble on the way in. He almost gets sent to another world by Truck Coon, but instead he just shows up worse for wear around 4 a.m. and he's like, I promise to be here next time at 2 a.m. I was like, 2 a.m.? What? Look, nobody's at that school that late. You could come way sooner. And
Doesn't.
cue the romantic music as they're like, Taro, Hana, Taro, Hana. Momo wakes up because she nodded off and is like, you are an angel. You're a saint. I had a little trouble this time, but I will be here at 2 a.m. What? She is. I don't know how she functioned at school the next day. It's very sleep deprived.
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose they don't really see them go to school that day. Because
One of those
instead
days
they're
where you ask what's 1 + 1, you say 11.
yeah. They're around the house. Momo asks Ken if he wants to stay for food, and he agrees, and she tries to get Gigi to help her with a table. And this is another moment where Ken is looking at them and seeing the friendship that they have and trying not to see anything more as his feelings well up, and he thinks back to what happened in the previous episode with Hana and Taro. And he has a moment where he's like, very awkward. Because just moments ago, Gigi grabbed lint out of Momo's hair and is like, "Oh, you got lint in your hair," and Ken tries to up that, and he just screams at her, "Miss Ayase! Lint!"
That'll do it. That's how you win him over. Nice job.
Just screaming at him, and everybody's like,
Your
"Whoa,
impression.
whoa, okay," and he's just like, "All right, I've decided. I'm gonna fight." I'm like, fight what? And then, for those who don't know, the song that Gigi and Okarun were singing back and forth to each other is one of the openings to Slam Dunk. So they were kind of dueling Slam Dunk. And I'm sure Bobo's totally oblivious of what's going on.
I was pretty oblivious.
I was
as well.
oblivious until someone else told me, and I'm like, oh, I know what slam dunk is.
Yeah, I've never really seen.
I
more
figured
than
it was a pop
couple episodes.
culture reference, especially because both boys were participating.
Yeah, Gigi makes a lot of references to other anime.
Yes, he
and stuff.
does.
Heavy
And
on
he's
the
not
quirk.
even the biggest otaku in the show.
No, he is not.
But right, we got to get over to Gigi's place, and Ken is not too happy to hear that Momo's potentially gonna stay the night, but she's like, no, I was gonna invite you too. I mean, I probably need you there. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go there, and then we can deal with the problem, and then Gigi can live at his home again. And Gigi, sweet summer child, is like, yeah, you're the coolest, man, yeah. So now they're on the train, and Gigi is once again impressing Momo with his array of snacks. This guy always showing up with the right snacks. And I love the little conversation they have about the candy shop. I was like, oh, they're talking about Dagashi. Run by the same little old lady who will give you 500 yen in change. In like pennies. Y'all hear they're getting rid of the penny? I heard something about them getting rid of the penny next year, or phasing out the penny.
Yeah, I heard about that. I have
Now the
mixed
only penny for
feelings.
your thoughts will be for your thoughts.
I'm sure we all have pennies everywhere anyway.
Got pennies
There'll be
from heaven.
collector items now.
Oh, collector's items.
Like,
Probably
how
not.
do we do donations of 5 cents and
don't.
factor in tax?
You don't.
I mean, pro tip: everything's going to get just that little bit more expensive to equal up into that denomination range.
Yep, it's all gonna round up.
What a great time to be alive.
Oh, isn't it
Yeah.
wonderful?
Just loving it.
It's
This is
fantastic.
awesome.
It's like, why are we even bothering with this? So many people don't even use cash. Though I will fight back against the cashless society. It's good to have cash. It helps you keep track of your money better. 'Cause
Absolutely.
when you can
Why
pay
would
with
you-
your phone, That's dangerous.
I just feel like I did not consent to losing the penny either. It's like, where's my voice in all of this? I still
Non-consensual.
want my pennies.
Non-consensual penny erasure?
Yes.
Non-consensual penny erasure. That's how they got you.
That's how they get
That's how
you.
they got you.
Violating
let's
my
just
rights
Okaru-
left and
$1
right.
bill back.
Okarune's not thinking about
Yeah.
pennies. He's thinking about golden balls.
Nice
Because he's got to
recovery.
get his mind off of whatever's going on between Gigi and Momo. He's like, all right, I gotta focus. I gotta think about my nut. I gotta get my nut back. And he gets startled when Momo asks him what's up, and he's like, my nut! And she's like, man, you're thinking about that way too much. I was like, no, just... And Gigi's like, wait a minute. Are nut jokes back in? Are we saying D's nuts again?
Dude,
We never
what?
stopped. We never stopped.
I love that
I
Alex
think we
Lee
peaked
twat
when there was like jokes
to
about
get the
voting
D's
for
nuts
D's
reference in
nuts
there.
for president.
That is peak. Not gonna lie, that is peak.
Oh, we're all in high school again.
This show does that to you.
This show is just high school. A bunch of high school kids made a show. That's kind of what
Much
this is.
much better than like the other high school shows that really grate me. This one just is fun.
This one's it's in good spirits. It's not
Yeah.
meant to be mean, but it's totally juvenile.
It's
Yeah.
very, very juvenile.
It's the
Uh,
innocent kind of juvenile.
I
Well,
wouldn't go that far, but
it's definitely not completely innocent. There's a lot of sexual innuendo, but like completely appropriate to that age group. I think.
yes.
mhm.
The only other show that I compare it to on that front is Eminence in Shadow, which is totally a teenager trying to write something super dramatic, and it's very silly in the process.
Yeah, probably. So after that awkward moment, because they're still not really explaining anything to Gigi. Why are they? They should just explain to Gigi what the deal with the nuts is.
They should.
He already knows that Okarune has superpower.
I don't think they should. I think that they should not explain it to him.
Well, on one hand, it is a very private matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Pun
how?
aside,
What a stab to Ken's heart it would be for Miss Ayase to talk about his balls to somebody else.
exactly. Well, it leaves him vulnerable. I think so. I think he should just, it should be kept to them. I'm not even sure. Does Ira even understand? It's not really clear to me that she gets it either.
Not really, no.
Yeah. Okay. So then it should just stay between the three of them. The third being, Momo's grandmother.
And the cat knows too.
Oh yeah. Well.
Cat knows too.
Well, yeah, she did it.
Well, then I'm surprised it hasn't come out more. Then
Yeah.
Draining
Well, I mean,
Turbo
There's
has no
only
reason
so
to keep
many
that
nut
secret.
jokes that can be made before it gets tiring.
Is there? Is there?
Are you
Let's
watching the
test
same
that
show?
thery. Let's test that theory.
Let's
I
test
would
that
not.
theory.
I would not bet on those jokes ending anytime soon.
We're gonna
Well, you don't
stay
want to
balls deep in
overwhelm
him.
and keep hitting us with it every minute.
Well, not that bad, but it's also not stopping.
Yeah, I expect it's not gonna stop, but it's keep a good balance. Bring it in right at the right moment.
Right.
Such as my nut.
Yeah. His nut.
You just
You might
screamed
say
it.
the situation is really nuts.
Very, very much so. Oh, sorry, Okarune. You got one of them back, so I guess no nut November.
You're gonna fail. You got one.
You got one. It's approaching. It's approaching. Real talk, I don't think Okarune does that. I don't think he does.
Don't think he does either, actually.
He is an innocent child. Bless his heart.
Well, he almost took it literally.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they're conversing on the train, and Ken wants to wrangle the conversation. So here's the next Ken outburst as he shouts, I will now talk about the Tsuchinoko!
Real smooth.
Real
Real
smooth.
smooth, kid.
But instantly, both Gigi and Momo were like, oh yeah? Tell us about the Tsuchinoko. But then Gigi chimes in about something related to it, and he's losing the conversation again. So he tries to reel it back. But there is an important detail in what Gigi says. Is, oh yeah, in my town, there is like this snake god that everybody worships. Important thing to note. It will come up. And
they
they
call
also
it
mentioned that
Tsuchinoko.
there's a shrine for the Tsuchinoko at
Mhm.
on the mountain too. Also important.
Indeed.
But through all these back and forths, Ken comes to the realization, wow, I actually have a lot in common with Gigi. He's fun to talk to, and I'm enjoying the company. Man, I wish I didn't like him.
Are we secretly friends?
We made another
Did we
friend.
just become best friends? Yep. Yeah, but you know what? I think Momo's playing friend matchmaker.
I would
Oh,
not put it past
100%.
her.
That's exactly what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted him to
Kuro
have
needs
another
more
guy.
friends.
Yeah.
He does.
She wanted him
Yeah.
to have a guy friend.
Yep. Exactly. So they get to the mountain, and here's the thing. Gigi's home is at the top of the mountain, and there's a huge staircase. And then another huge staircase. And Gigi is way too excited about running up those things, and Momo and Ken are both like, oh man. But as they are moving through the town up these long staircases, there's some disturbing looking people watching them. I'm getting real mask salesman vibes, Majora's Mask. Creepy mask salesman vibes. But eventually, after so many stairs that they wish they did the backwards long jump, they get to the top and they see a honestly very modern looking house. Like, whoa, this doesn't really fit the setting at all. And they step inside, and it all seems pretty normal. Nothing too disturbing. Except Ken's freaking out about every little thing, including when the TV turns on. He's like, whoa, what just happened? The TV turned on? It's like, no, I just turned it on. Why? Because it's a TV. And Momo's like, hey, have a seat. Okay. And as soon as he awkwardly sits down, like he's still wearing his backpack, and he awkwardly sits down, she's like, oh, I'm going to go to the hot spring. What? What?
He ditched so fast.
Like, what if something bad happens? It's like, nah, they're not gonna come back until it's dark out. I'll be back before then. And then she's like, hot spring bitches, and runs down some amount of the stairs to get to the hot spring, which she had just gotten like a shoulder rub from Gigi, and she's like, I could use something to drink. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna get something. He comes back, and right as she leaves, like, I brought you a sweet glass of juice from our fridge. I love Alex Lee.
He's having the time of his life in this role.
He's like, what, Momo? Oh,
So quirky.
she's gone. She's gone.
So quirky.
His character bounces off walls.
It's true. So who drank the juice? Did he offer it to Ken? Did anybody drink that juice? Better not waste.
You probably put it back in the fridge to like, I'll give it to her when she gets back.
I have some suspicions, but I can't say them yet.
If you keep talking about juice, you're gonna make me thirsty.
Well, that's why I got my tea.
You were prepared.
I was prepared. So that leaves the boys to their own devices, and Momo kind of mutters to himself that, you know, if she was still there, it would just get in the way of their bromance.
I think that's a confirmation she knows what she's doing.
Yep,
cute.
exactly. This is the moment where it's completely evident that she's trying to give them bonding time. So they kind of chill out awkwardly for a little bit, and then Gigi says, "Hey, you play soccer?" So they start kicking the soccer ball around, and they're having a time kicking the soccer ball around. He's giving Okarun some tips. He's like, "Man, I'm glad ISA isn't here because it would be really embarrassing for her to see me struggling at this. But by the time she comes back, I'm gonna get real good." And as he's kind of fumbling in his thoughts, Gigi's like, "So you love Momo, right?" He's like, "What? What?"
Yeah.
She was my first friend ever. She's really important to me, and I respect her. It's like, yeah, I respect her too. And I love this, and this, and that about her. And then they get into a little spat between like who loves her more. And
It's so cute.
they're struggling and struggling and struggling, and then Ken notices something as they're kind of quibbling that the house seems a lot bigger on the outside than on the inside. Hmm.
Suspicious.
Meanwhile, Momo is enjoying a dip in the hot spring, which she unfortunately learns is a co-ed hot spring. As 4 or 5, I lost count, older, creepy-looking gentlemen enter the area,
They're definitely not
enter
gentlemen.
the water. Yeah, definitely not gentlemen.
Mm.
I'm
But-
really questioning whether or not they're the
Individuals.
aliens.
Yeah, I was thinking that something suspicious about them as well.
Yeah, that would be my first guess too. But
Weird.
they're talking about, hey, you know about gators? Like gators?
Thank
You mean,
God.
like, no, I'm not even gonna repeat it. Like, ugh, gross.
Is it safe to mention gamer gators yet?
Oof. I'm gonna whack these gators like the gator whacking game.
Oh my God.
So she starts thinking, oh man, even with my powers, can I deal with this many guys? Like, I think you can. I mean, you fended
Feel like
off.
you should risk it. You should try it regardless. Definitely try it.
You fended off like 3 of the Serpos at the same time, along with something else. I think you can handle what might just be 4 or 5 humans. But regardless, get out of there, girl.
Yeah.
Jeepers creepers.
I really hate that this is how they end the season.
I hate it too.
Yeah. I really hated it, particularly before there was a season 2.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they have to keep bringing back this rapey theme. It's really not funny. Like, I have all these great things that are so amusing, and then it just really crashes for me. It ruins the vibe. It's one thing, I get it, they need to make it sinister. I feel like that could have been accomplished a whole bunch of different ways, but why do we have to keep returning to this?
This could have been done differently, like after
yeah.
she gets out.
Yeah.
That would have made it at least marginally less awful.
They put her in an extremely vulnerable position, and one in which she's, practically powerless, and she doesn't really have any ability to get help either. And like, what are you supposed to do under those circumstances, Like,
And again, we
by the way-
end with her on this.
yeah.
That's
I mean-
my biggest complaint about it. Is it's
And the stupidest thing is this gets resolved very quickly in the next
it really
episode.
does.
So there was no
Why-
reason to leave this
yeah.
hanging.
Then why even, and I would assume that for Toonami to even show something that ends like in this kind of cliffhanger, that means they're planning on eventually bringing in the next season.
Oh gosh,
It's
they
just-
better.
They really better.
It's just insane. It's really gross. It's really weird. Like, it's disruptive to the mood. I don't appreciate that. This is just like that other episode all over again. I don't like that. I want to be able to enjoy the funniness, when the stakes are high in like a fight, that's different. That's part of the fun, and then you can understand the tension. But like, I it's just like that fucking first episode arc all over again, or then what happened when the aliens came back and were trying to take for the other two characters, for Ira and Okura, and it's like all that shit all over again, and I'm just like, why do we have to keep doing this? This is not amusing, it's not entertaining, and I don't understand what the payoff is supposed to be for the viewer. Except there's
Yeah.
a bunch of creepy dudes that, obviously need a lesson in consent.
They'll get it. It doesn't
Yeah.
stick, though. It doesn't stick. But I will say,
Bring the dick
thankfully,
guillotine.
none of this kind of stuff happens in the second season, as far as I can remember.
This is the last instance of anything even remotely like this that I can think of.
Oh, thank goodness. Because, yeah, it really makes it more difficult to recommend this show. Because it's so needless. Especially this one. So needless.
This one bothers me a lot more than the other one because the other one was a foundational inciting incident. I could see why it was done the way it was done. This is just entirely unnecessary.
Yeah, this is just gratuitous.
Yep.
Gratuitous gators. I don't like them. I don't like them.
And we had
But-
to take away from the other things going on. Like you're amused by this whole aspect of Okarun. He's really framing how he feels about Momo through watching her interact with Gigi. So like everything Gigi does is really affecting him, and it's funny to watch. And then him trying to also incorporate his friendship with him into all of that, and now we've suddenly added this weird mysterious element that both boys are investigating, and what's going to happen. Like that set a mood, that set up a story, and now we have to be disrupted by this nonsense. I just think it's inconsistent storytelling. I get if they wanted to have, I think you made a good point. I think an alternative would have been to wait till she got out of the bath. Certainly could have had something.
Why couldn't she have just had a nice soak in the hot spring and not encountered anything gross?
Yeah. Exactly. And of course,
no.
it's her.
No.
Yeah.
No, we just had to do that. And it really serves no purpose because there'll be plenty of other indications that these guys are bad.
Oh, yes.
They were already part of the creepy people that were watching them go up the stairs.
Yeah, what the heck
Pretty
is wrong
sure they
with
were
this
in that
town?
group.
What is wrong with this town?
There's a lot wrong with this town, but you'll find
That is a next season question, but yes, there's definitely something wrong with that town.
But there's also something wrong with Gigi's house.
Yes.
And this is the cliffhanger that I don't mind, being
This is a good one. This is the really good one.
As mentioned before, Ken's like, hey, the outside looks bigger than the inside. So they go inside and they see where there should be a bigger area, but it's just a wall. So they're like, okay, well, what are we going to do? I'm going to stick a hole in it. It's like, what? Can you do that? Well, it's a rental, so no, but I'm going to do it anyway. So they get a hole open. Yeah, he's going to wreck it. Gigi's going to wreck it. Gonna wreck the rental. So they pick a hole in there and they have like an eye hole and they look in there and it's just a room full of talismans. What's going on?
That was some horror movie shit.
It's the room where Gojo and Yuji are in the first episode of Jujutsu Kaisen.
I know, right?
You know what? I thought the
I was
same thing.
definitely thinking
I
that.
was like, that's some weird Jujutsu Kaisen shit right there. That's so
Like,
funny.
look,
It makes the question make themselves. Like it of course it's like that.
They look in there. He's like, hey, do you mind? With some privacy.
That'd be a
This
great
guy's on
crossover
trial
moment.
right now. They're both shown in Jump.
Could happen.
Well, one's Jump Plus, but same difference.
Yeah. Still Jump.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
an
one-
Omake can do this joke.
Yeah. One more detail that I didn't mention before. When Gigi was trying to get to sleep at Momo's house, he was thinking about this terrifying thing that he experienced at his house, and he's like, I can't sleep because of that thing.
Yeah,
I thought
that
it was there,
was
actually.
weird.
I didn't think it was a hallucination.
Well, I could see it be either, really. Could be following him. I think I know the answer to that, but I'm not going to say. But yeah, he's dealing with some trauma for sure. You know, he's got this chipper outlook on life, but guy is dealing with some trauma.
Yeah, because I was really surprised that you did gloss over that. So I'm happy you did go back to that. Because the thing with like Kuro saying like he's just so chipper and
Quirky.
I was gonna say obnoxious, but that's not what Kuro said.
Quirky.
No,
Quirky is
obnoxious
what-
works a little too.
Yeah. But the thing that makes me think about that kind of behavior is he's trying to put on this really positive
Affect, yes.
affect because he's
Mhm.
actually terrified.
Yeah.
You're
I could see
100%
that.
right. Every time I feel like, not every time, I can't speak for everybody, but I feel like when you see a lot of forced quirk, it's because it's a cloak for something else. This is him, something deeper in him that he's having to deal with.
He's
Some
I
trying
do
to
kind of
have
think
fun to
insecurity.
distract himself from his dread.
He's
Yeah.
basically medicating his depression with humor. I don't know anything about that, you guys.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
looking forward to digging deeper into that, whatever that was. Way more
Oh,
than
don't worry.
the
There
rapey
will be
Oh,
several episodes.
Oh yes. So there's a lot to be said on that.
if they air it. If they don't, that'd be really shitty of
They
them.
better.
Well, I think the fact that they're rerunning the first season is at least some indication that they will play the. Maybe I shouldn't say they're rerunning it because maybe they only did it 1 week.
$10 says it'll be in January. They're gonna make us wait till next year.
Because the second season's dub is
January's a
still
little early.
premiering episodes, right? Because
No,
I know the second
No,
season's
it
done.
wrapped. It was
it's
summer.
done.
It was
Okay,
summer.
all the dub episodes are out. Because that was
Yes.
the thing I was wondering.
Correct. They're
Yep.
all dubbed. We talked about it on Simuldub Saints. Although at that point there were 2 left, but
Yeah. We talked about 10 out of 12. How will we ever talk about those other 2?
Wildfire's been pestering me like, hey, can we do like an update? And I'm like, I guess.
An update.
Update.
Podcast update.
We like the other 2 updates.
You patched the podcast.
Yes.
I'm not going to say I've never done it, but I usually do it before I put it out. Just like if there's any significant news that occurs before I finish this edit, I'll probably stick it in there. But I tend to finish by Friday morning, so that's usually when we get the news. Ha! I'd say always record on Fridays, but we can't do that. Otherwise, it's not getting out.
The good old days when we did record on Fridays.
Oh man.
Yeah. That doesn't work though.
Not for you, because your weekend is off of not when the rest of our weekends are. You have a
That's
different
right.
Weekend.
Different weekend. Nice, exactly.
Because you just gotta be different.
Some of us just gotta be different. I don't know.
So it is.
Yeah. And wasn't Dawn to Dawn a different kind of show, but a welcome different kind of show to the Toonami fold. It was a lot of fun to rewatch it on Toonami.
I'm just really glad it got on Toonami because there's always that audience that's still on cable that doesn't do streaming, and I'm so glad that something this top shelf made it to them because there's a lot of shows. A lot of shows that just never do.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say this was a really surprising pick when it was announced, and I'm happy it did end up getting to air. Because again, it's been a fun show, except for like the things Kuro mentioned that can sour the experience in the moment. But yeah, it was a really fun show, and I absolutely look forward to when Toonami is able to air more of it.
Oh, I just had a thought because they replayed the first episode right after playing this episode. They played the two most problematic episodes back to back.
My God.
Yuck.
Yet you probably should have warned them, like you did with
Yeah, with
SAO.
SAO.
Also, as a fun little public service announcement, if
My
you would
claim to
like to
fame.
own Don Season 1, it's like $30.
Yeah. Shout Factory put it out, right, for G Kids?
G Kids, yep. One of the best priced anime I've seen in a long time. Super well worth it. I haven't bought it yet,
yeah.
but I'm going to.
What do we
Yeah.
think about this love quadrangle going on here?
It's like two triangles.
It's interesting. I kind of just want Gigi and Ira to figure it out together, to get paired off, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
But it would be a nice, neat, clean solution. But you're right. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, no, it's not.
Yeah, definitely an interesting partial love square, because we don't know how Momo fully feels about Gigi yet.
She's friend zoned him.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
expectation, that she has friend zoned him.
But there were a few moments in this episode 12 in particular, where she got a little flustered by what Gigi was doing.
I think it's I think that it's a little combination of being nostalgic because of their friendship and her former
Mhm.
crush, but also getting attention, and she's a young woman and it's from a boy, so I think that flustering is kind of
I
natural.
also think she might be getting extra flustered because she knows Ken is watching, and she's
Ooh, that's a good
embarrassed.
theory.
She's
That's a solid
embarrassed
theory.
that somebody else is doing that to her.
Yeah, I could see that.
Ken, where
Maybe.
you at?
Ken, where you at? He's stepping up. He's trying. He's stepping up, but being real obtuse about it. But man,
he's
Gigi
building up
dropped
the
the hammer
courage.
there.
He's building
Gigi
up the
just dropped the hammer,
courage.
so you love Momo, right? What? We're not even talking about that, bro. Not even talking about it. We were having a nice bromance, and you just had to ruin it by bringing up a girl. Jeez, bro.
Gosh, who does that?
Who does that? Who does that? Yeah. Good stuff. Hopefully they don't make us wait too long for season 2. I think they'll rerun season 1 and then shortly thereafter, or maybe immediately after, start season 2.
If I had to guess, I'd imagine season 2 is going to probably be early next year, but it could be late this year.
Yeah.
With all the holiday seasons, I would expect that it's probably going to be early next year.
That's why I'm thinking that.
Early
yes.
next year for sure.
That's what I was. That was my theory as well.
And we know Primal season 3 is happening in January. We don't know for sure if it's airing on Toonami, but come on, play on Toonami. Come on, we know it will. Whether
the
it
alternative
premieres there
would
or
be
not.
what? Primetime Adult Swim during the weekday. And then if they did that,
They
then
will.
it would replay on Toonami.
Yep.
Because that's what they did. They've done that before. They
If
played
by
it.
prime
and then
time
they
you
rebooted it.
mean midnight on a Thursday. It is sort of their prime time, to be honest. Yeah, probably gonna do that again. It's frustrating. Just run it on Toonami. Repeat it on any other night of adult. I don't care. Run it on Toonami first. Do it. If you need
Just
to catch up on
do it.
Primal, you should probably just stream it. But they are rerunning it after Toonami currently, along with Unicorn Warriors Eternal. They
Yes.
brought that back out.
Let's get
There.
a season 2 for it. Yes.
It needs a season 2 very badly.
It really does.
I am so into that story. I rewatched that last month and I was like, yes, I still like it. I still like it like I did before. Nothing will take that away from me. Nothing. And I'm going to have to wait. I bet I'm going to have to wait 10 years before I get a season 2. I just know it.
Oh wow, 10 years.
Well,
That's the thing. That's the thing with Gendy projects. It seems like all of them cook for like 10 years, like that Fixed movie was cooking for at least 10 years.
It's like the Kingdom Hearts of
my
animated
God.
creators. That's him.
He
He's like the
kind of
Nomura. He's the
is.
Well, the thing is,
Nomura.
with Kingdom Hearts, at least we got additional content until we got the main sequel.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, but
Sometimes.
we
When was the
did.
last time we got any content? It's been a while. It's
It
been
has.
years.
Kingdom Hearts 3 was quite a while ago now.
I think Gendy and Nomura have a lot more in common than they realize.
Yeah.
I don't know if they don't realize it.
Certainly their
Does
fans
Nomura have
do.
something that was a tax write-off?
Potentially.
Man, it's hard to be a fan sometimes. Like if you like
It
something
is.
and then you just have to sit on it and hope that the project gets completed. I just can't imagine being a creator and making something that you just don't get around to finishing. That's so bizarre to me. Like why? Why would you set us up then? We can't do any. You at least live in your head where you know how the story ends. The rest of us don't. Why would you do that to us?
Well, it's not Gendy's fault.
It's everybody's fault but mine. That's what.
What did I do?
Not yours.
Oh my goodness. Any additional thoughts on the first season of Dawn to Dawn?
Really surprised by the production of this show. It was really solid throughout and consistent.
Man,
Oh yeah, the
Science
budget on
Saru.
this is fantastic.
Yeah, the animation's very consistent. I have to say it's noticeable, especially like you're watching it, in the same block. You're seeing things like Bleach and Blue Exorcist, which had some inconsistent animation.
Like I can't think of like a single like shot or sequence that was of like poor or just like lowered quality than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's very consistent in its character animation and design, and yeah, I mean sometimes there's like far away shots that are a little derpy looking, but I feel like it's intentional
Yeah.
as opposed to just a limitation of the medium.
Yeah, it's like
Noth-
a far off shot, like that's something that you can easily just like not put that much effort into because it doesn't require that much detail.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like
But
with
they
every
Put a
shot,
surprising
think
amount
like
of detail in even
they
the
put
far
plenty
away
of
stuff.
detail in every shot that it absolutely needed, and it didn't go far, it didn't go less.
Yeah, truly phenomenal work. It's a very good, crisp looking show. Solid production. You'll love to see it.
Absolutely.
It will make the wait for season 3 worth it.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
But in the meantime, you can watch Sonda.
Well, yes, you can, because I believe in Santa Claus.
Yeah.
That show.
That's Science Saru's current project. You can watch it on Amazon.
It is so
And it's dubbed.
beautifully stupid. It is, and it's a good dub too.
Interestingly enough, also ADR directed by Alex Von David. Though he's not on the script, it's Chris Kaysen on the script, according to ANN. Which, Chris Kaysen does good scripts. It's a fun show. So I'm not going to tell you to go watch Dawn to Dawn Season 2, but if you want something silly, wacky teenage drama stuff. Sonda is good. It's a good.
Sonda's very good.
It's a good holiday pick. As we are approaching the holidays.
It allows me to say when I'm watching with my friends every week, do you believe in Santa Claus? And for that alone, I love it.
Gosh, I can imagine the Toonami promos.
If only.
will
I
never
would
happen.
love it. I would love it if Amazon would work with Toonami. I would love for Sonda to be on Toonami.
That would be awesome.
Man, what was it? The show that I didn't finish watching before it was taken off.
Recreators,
There's
probably.
Recreators.
Oh! I wanted Recreators to have a dub. I wanted it to have a stacked dub that made homage to all of the kinds of shows that Recreators is homaging.
I kept waiting for Recreators to get a dub, and I just refused to watch it, and now it's just gone.
Yeah.
Like, I watched the first couple episodes, and then I didn't come back, and then I found out that it was taken off the platform, and it didn't get a dub, and I'm like,
somebody dub this thing! I don't even
Disco
care who it is!
There's actually a fan dub of one episode.
Oh,
It's not bad,
that's interesting.
but I don't think they'll ever get very far.
Fan dubs are hard work.
Yeah, extremely hard work.
I was in one
Oh,
once a
man.
long time ago for Mega Man Battle Network.
Huh.
The network transmission, if you want to use the show name in the
I see.
US.
I see.
This was like 20 years ago, but you know.
Well, allegedly Paul will be joining us shortly, so I guess we can move on to Dragon Ball Daima, and perhaps we are bidding Kuro farewell.
Yes, this was lovely. But I
Thanks
have
for
to go.
Thanks
joining
for,
us, and thanks for
being
hosting
here.
last week.
Yeah, no problem. And probably it'll happen again.
Yeah, get ready to talk about a whole lot of Blue Exorcist.
I'm always ready to talk about
I'm
a whole
blue
lot
of
of
a
Blue
die.
Exorcist. Never that blue.
The
But
world is blue.
yes, and in case you didn't know, you can find me both on Twitter and on Blue Sky at Happy Kuro Kitty. See you later, folks. Enjoy your Daima discussion. And thank you for listening.
Talk on spooky Discord sound.
Spooky Discord sound, that was great. I don't know if Craig will get that or not, but that was great.
Yeah. Yep.
we finished the first D of the podcast, we lost the K, and now we're moving on to the next D.
We're moving on to the next D and get a P.
Yeah.
Probably.
Hopefully you don't have to get up and go pee.
Hopefully. I mean, I feel like I could.
Yeah. I regularly have to go pee after this podcast.
I mean, we usually talk for at least 2 hours, so yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I've
pretty
been drinking
much.
tea this whole time. All this tea I've been drinking, and we aren't even at Dragon Ball Daima yet.
No. We haven't even spilled any hot tea yet. Do you want me to start on Dragon Ball Daima or wait for Paul? Oh. Well, that answers
Speak
that.
of the Paul.
Speak of the Paul, and he shall arrive. How very appalling.
You've summoned me? I don't know what's going on.
We did summon you.
I was like, do you
complete with
want me to
creepy
start or
Discord
should we
sound.
wait for Paul? And then you came in with creepy Discord music. It was great.
The sad thing is, I don't think the
I mean-
creepy Discord music's gonna actually play in the recording.
We
Maybe
need
it
to find a
will.
way to. Maybe it will. I don't know if it will, but it'd be funny if it does.
I mean, it's generally good if the notification noises don't play in the recording, but
Usually, yes.
yeah.
Maybe we just need to get a recording of that noise and just manually enter it for this one
Yeah, just
segment.
find it online. I bet it's on YouTube by this point.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I see Darrell let you out of the basement.
Yay.
A second week in a row.
Yeah.
Can you hardly believe it?
How much are we charging him again?
Nothing.
Who?
There's money involved in any of this?
I'm Italian. There's always money involved in this.
Outside of our Patreon, of course, which helps keep the lights on.
Yes, indeed. And hey, we've made some adjustments to the Patreon, if you didn't know. We've made better parameters for various tiers and also added some additional perks and kind of got rid of perks that didn't make sense anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, I
the
gotta-
dreaded, we removed things.
Oh
But-
no!
Yeah, I get it.
You're not even
gotta-
gonna notice.
I gotta edit something that needs to go up on Patreon, so that'll hopefully be done this week.
Yeah. I was wondering about that. But hey, you got the actual podcast out on time last week, so I can't complain. Good job.
I try.
You've
Paul,
learned well.
are you excited to talk about Dragon Ball Daima? Because it's finally the week.
Yep. It's finally
Yeah.
the time to talk about that thing.
That thing, you know the thing, the thing I sent you.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
not quite yet because we have 2 episodes
have-
to talk
yeah,
about.
so
and
it'll
the
be
thing
at
doesn't
the-
happen until the second
The
one.
second, nope. So we first need to start with episode 17, Goma. There is a standoff between our heroes and Dr. Ariansu. Who the heck are you supposed to be? Goku, that's amazing. I guess he wouldn't have any reason to know who she is, and it's just such a great line coming from him. Majin Buu is talking things over with Dr. Ariansu is great, where he's just like, I'm gonna do the fighting. No, you're not. Go away. Muncher's like, I love chocolate! Okay, well, that's a great way to introduce himself, I suppose. Gore's like, what are they planning? Gloria, you know exactly what they're planning. Get out of here with that. We know you're a spy.
Yep.
The heroes don't know, but we, the audience, do.
They're about to find out.
They are about to find out. Well, much later. At the end of this, we'll definitely have that. Bulma said there's Majin Buu vibes in Majin Buu and Majin Buu. Picks up on that. I mean, it's not hard to notice.
Yep.
And of course, Majin Buu's like, I got my butt kicked. Why are you telling me that like you're proud of it? Oh god, the one-liners here are just some of the best. Goku is the roast master today. And when Goku is roasting you, you know you screwed up. This is not the guy who usually does that.
Yeah, it's usually Vegeta.
Goku,
So-
I see as a person who would do an accidental roast.
Yes, but this was very much intentional. And of
Which
course,
is why it's much more impactful.
indeed. Well, we're gonna get to Goku saying
And
certain
in
things
the
being
next
impactful.
instance of the villains in Dragon Ball Daima being so stupid.
Oh God! Don't compare me to that idiot Degusu with his mindless pursuit of power. I'm very different because I want to make the demon world scary.
It isn't different, is it, Steve?
Ooh.
Right in time for Halloween.
I want to have true ultimate power because scary. I
Right, you
guess
know,
technically there's a difference there, but like,
I kind of get where she's coming from. It's like the demon realm seems kind of tame these days, really. When you think of the demon realm, yeah, except when it's not. So I kind of get it. It's like, yeah, she wants it to be, more
She wants
terrifying,
it to
more-
be literally like a hell.
yeah, she wants it to be more like hell. Okay, yeah, and she wants to rule over that. Okay,
Make
she
hell
wants
great again?
to make the demon realm great again.
Oh my god, we have the same thought. She's like, all right, well, why don't we have a fight off for all 3 of those Dragon Balls? There's
Hey, that's
little
not
bit
a
of an
good deal.
argument. Hey, we got 2, you got 1. That's not fair. But to be fair, this is a case of, well, I mean, do you expect her to fight you twice? Like, it
Yeah.
is actually kind of fair. But I totally
And the
understand that.
winner takes it all.
Pretty much. All right, well, Goku's like, yeah, let's do it. And we're just like, no. Rock, paper, scissors. I want to go too. We're going to rock, paper, scissors this.
I
was like,
swear
no.
these guys don't remember they're not actually children.
Oh God. I think what's going on is the hormones as a kid are different than as an adult. So it kind of is affecting them as like
I think it
their
also
body
shrinks
is
their
a child.
brains.
It also that. So I actually do kind of get they're acting like because their mind, they have memories of not being a child, but their body is a child. That's gonna impact you a little bit at least.
Weird.
And of course, Bull's like, if you want to turn back into an adult, then act like one. We got more roasting going on from someone you wouldn't actually expect it from. So, all right, it's turns. It's Goku's turn. Someone call the paramedics for that sick burn. Fight set, Goku versus Majin Do. Do charges at Goku, who punches him in the head. It doesn't really do much. It just kind of, bounces. Do returns the favor and sends Goku skidding away a bit. Do catches up with the flurry of blows, but Goku dodges them. Goku jumps up for a punch-kick combo, and although they land, Majin Do doesn't seem very effective. He's just kind of like, okay. They keep missing each other for a good while, and Do runs around like a kid because, it's Majin Do. It's what you expect out of him at this point. He shoots a mouth blast at Goku while holding his power pole. He's like, grab both ends of Goku's power pole to do that. And Goku's like, you know what? I'm just going to spin you. And Do uses his head to swirl to toss Goku around a bit. Goku has had about enough of that and goes Super Saiyan for the match. But it's about that point where Swole Goma appears and interrupts them by shooting a blast between them. Everyone is stunned silent, and Goku's like, are you that Goma guy? And Goma's like, why, yes! And it's like, well, there he is. Dr. Arnzu recognizes a third eye and starts to freak out. Neva also recognizes it as a terrible weapon. Bulma recognizes, hey, that's the eye from Hybus' old belt buckle. Shin asks Hybus what happened to it, and he's like, all right, Hybus. You're kind of not the smartest guy here. Goku's like, does this mean we have to fight? It does. Not surprised there. Goma pulls the cell and forms an arena, which we've been seeing this entire time in the intro, a little subtly. So that's what that is with the little arena and the explosion. Vegeta goes in to attack, but he is no match for Goma, who just ragdolls him around. It's like, wow. Although he's like, oh no, I broke part of my castle. You gotta love that. That even though he's big and strong, Goma is still a little bit of a peel-off. Vegeta lets loose a round of the Vegeta technique, as I've described previously. That is a bunch of ki blasts going at nowhere. But as usual, it doesn't work. It's like the NFL football guys that try and run right through a defensive line. It almost never works, but people try it anyway, all the time. Vegeta sent flying down from a single punch. Goma is not just a joke anymore. Since this, Vegeta goes Super Saiyan and charges at Goma, but it's still not very effective. Vegeta gets to be a WWE jobber in this match. Goku says they all need to rush Goma at once. Goku is saying they all gotta work together. Now, let's one-on-one this, which is more what you normally expect. For Goku to recognize that they need to work together, I don't think that's ever happened in Dragon Ball before. And everyone is here fighting, even Supreme Kai. Non-fighters are not super fighting, but they're still there. Bulma notes what I noted, that this is a really rare car, and card. Hey, it's a rare car, guys. It's a really rare call. And Neva comments, this is an overwhelming fight. So things feel really dire. Things are really dark. The stakes are high. I can't think of the last time Dragon Ball characters got bodied this bad. I love it. This is kind of like 90s Dragon Ball, basically. This is the way it used to be. The bad guys used to be really terrifying until they got beat. Where was all of this with Dragon Ball Super, for real? Bulma tells Aransu that if her people are so strong, they need to be helping, and Dr. Aransu is also scared. Congratulations, you got your wish, Dr. Aransu. Demon World's scary right now. You don't seem to like it if you're not in charge of it. So, are you really all that different from your brother? Dr. Aransu sends Ku and Du in, and everyone's pulling together. Even Neva gets a Tamagami to help. He powers him up with magic. He does this weird gesture thing, be like, he can't be straightforward about it, just like, It's a miracle that Tamagami understood him. Still, with all these people fighting him, Goma is running roughshod over everyone. What a nasty Dragon Ball villain. This is great. Also, hi, Miss. Why are you wearing the Dragon Balls like a little bikini over your chest like that? That's a really weird way to wear that. I guess I shouldn't ask. It's Hibis. Hibis is Hibis. Goma is...
think of where he was keeping the eyeball.
Yeah. Yeah, the Hibis just kind of doesn't even really think about it, probably. Goma is just terrifying. He starts using telekinesis to, like, toss rocks around and hit people, and it's a beautiful spectacle. Dragon Ball Z fans are eating immaculately with this episode. I've said it before, and I'll probably say it again about how Dragon Ball Daima mixes all of the best elements of previous Dragon Balls, and this is the Dragon Ball Z element at its best. The immaculate fighting. It's just this beautiful animation, crazy action choreography. It is so well done.
It's crazy how good Goma is doing, because I didn't view him as a fighter, but I think it's just the confidence that the eye is giving him.
It's not just the confidence. It's the whole point is this. You're right. Goma's not a fighter. This goes to show how terrifying that the Tertian really is. Goma's just some guy who runs around panic. He's Emperor Pilaf. But if you give Emperor Pilaf a power of ultimate...
He looks like the gesture of the previous lord.
he looks a lot like Jiren now.
Yes, he does.
Which I'm sure was intentional. Because it's a little bit of, showing us he's not that little guy anymore. He is, but he's not. The power of this thing is enough that he's actually really terrifying. Everyone shoots beams at him at once, all surrounding him, but it doesn't do anything. I call hacking. There's some hacks here. The Tertian Oculus is too OP. Please nerf.
Seriously.
Goku is held in place by Goma's power before he sends a blast at him. But Majin Buu and Tamagami #1 intercept that hit. But wow, it is hardcore. Goku recognizing where things are at, he finally goes all the way up to Super Saiyan 3. And that's where the episode ends. And I have chills. Dragon Ball is giving me chills as that episode ends. With Goku going Super Saiyan 3, they really pop up the anticipation going into the next episode. They fantastically set it up.
They do. I gotta say, I absolutely love Neva just having that. Come on. Get over there.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, that was great.
It made me think of like a Monty Python's. You're like,
yeah.
Nudge, wink, say no more, say no more.
Yep. Absolutely.
Tamagami number was like, what? No. What? All right. And then you see the Tamagami fight, it was like, yeah. Where's the other Tamagamis? Get them in here.
Well, they're in the other demon worlds.
But they're all connected again.
Yeah.
Yes. But you still have to go get to them and say, "Hey, get over here." We don't have cell phones here.
Did you communicate with the Earth Dragon Balls that were scattered across the globe? I think you can do it.
Yeah, the Tertian Oculus is ridiculously OP.
It really is. This just goes to show how terrifying it really was. Why it was so sought after. Why Dabura had to get it away from his father Abra in order to stand a chance at a coup. Like, it is... Imagine someone who isn't Goma, who can fight, who has this thing.
Yikes.
And that gives you an idea of what Abra must have been like.
One other thing that I don't know why my brain works this way, but when Goma created his arena, it just made me think of the DuckTales movie.
Oh, I see it. I see what you're seeing. It
Thank
has
you.
that kind of a feel.
Thank you.
Because it's a similar situation where, you got a familiar environment, in this case, just around the palace, and it's just getting warped and contorted into this weird
Yes.
thing.
Yes. Man, he made the money bit a scary looking thing.
Oh, man. No, I totally see what you're seeing there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel seen.
I think you're both crazy.
We're both old and saw that movie as kids.
We are.
I
We
saw
were-
that
I
in
think you're
theaters.
We responded to Josh and I was like, man, it's weird to think that I'm older than One Piece. And he pipes, I was like, I'm older than Dragon Ball. And I'm like, so am I.
Oh,
By a month.
gosh.
We all are.
I am as old as Donkey Kong.
I almost spit out my drink.
I'm being serious. It's 81.
It's Fabian's fault.
Oh gosh, yeah. What an episode though, and we got
Yeah.
another crazy one coming right around after with episode 18.
Oh, you thought Super Saiyan 3 was crazy?
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna get even crazier. We get a fun little recap, and they redo the "Are you Goma?" and he's like, "Why, yes, I am." I'm like, "You're not Abdul." So yeah, we get the Goku Super Saiyan 3 Goku transformation. Fight Goku for everlasting peace. Goma thinking Super Saiyan's a magic trick is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
How many
Isn't
magic
it
tricks
the
do you
same
have?
thing as Bobbity or Bibbity?
Bibbidi Bobbidi and Majin Buu. Yes, Akira Toriyama loves his puns.
He sure does.
Oh Lord.
Goku and Goma are clashing in an epic fashion because Super Saiyan 3 is actually putting up a fight. He's not just getting ragdolled like everything else was. And of course,
Yeah.
Majin Buu wants in. And so does Tamagami #1, but that doesn't work. But Ku's got it figured out. He's got a cookie for Majin Buu. You got to power up too. I love chocolate. Super Dew 3? All right.
The Majin Do, if you will.
Yes.
Sounds familiar.
As he grows spiky hair out of his body.
Yes. He's totally copying Super Saiyan 3,
The
and
Majin
it's
Buu.
amazing. Goma's
Majin
getting
Majin Buu.
like between Super Dew. God, Super Dew. Now I'm thinking of DuckTales again.
We had Super Boo.
There's I'm making a deliberate reference there, but we have Majin Buu powered up. We have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and they are wrecking Goma together until Dew runs out of gas and gets tossed aside very quickly.
Does not take long.
It does not.
That sugar rush did not last.
Well,
Nope.
I mean, you condensed it so much, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Goma's blast just beats the heck out of Goku, even though he's Super Saiyan 3, though. And then he gets beat for good measure. Like, dang.
Yep.
Goma says he won't have any trouble now that he's taking out Goku. But you know Neva, he can't. He's got to be a contrarian. Neva says he never mind. I got you. I ain't Neva gonna let you down, and cast a spell on Goku. Who transforms.
Wait a minute. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you
Yes.
down.
Congratulations, you got my joke.
Yeah. Do I get a cookie too?
Sure. Why not? Cookies are good. But yeah, Neva casts a spell on Goku, which causes a reaction in his body into a very familiar transformation. Hey, Paul, you can talk about the thing now.
The thing over there on the thing on top of the thing.
The thing that you really want to talk
Before
about.
we talk about the thing, I just want to point out that they did like the Marvel movie Inside the Body thing, like Spider-Man movie.
It's really cool. There's further information on this later down the line on what exactly happened here. And I'm not going to say what it is, but I'm going to say it's very consistent with the visual representation you see there. It's not just to look pretty. It does look pretty, but it's also informative. You can infer what's going on pretty well just from that image alone.
Yep.
It's
Probably
very
gonna need to
smart.
look back at it once more information.
That's
is put in.
that's why I noticed it. Like, I did not notice that my first time through. This is because I've already been through it that I noticed it.
And so he gets glam rock hair and grows a tail and gets furry.
Yep,
And
and
he
he
gets big
turns
fists.
into-
I
he
could
turns
just hear
into
Frieza
Mystic,
going, monkey!
Monkey!
Mystic
Master
Goku.
Oogway.
Go ahead, Paul.
I was trying to say he turns into Mystic Goku.
Oh my god. Get out of here. Yeah,
I actually
Yeah,
think
yeah.
I actually think, if I remember correctly, somebody, as always on social media, was like, "Oh yeah, this isn't Super Saiyan 4. It's Mystic Goku." I'm like, "Oh god, please stop." Here we go, man."
that gives me a bit of a headache, but yeah, just because that's
But
not
yeah.
a real form. I will
So
say this is
Super
absolutely
Saiyan-
fan service.
You ever wonder what Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku would look like if he was still a kid? Because remember, in GT, he takes on that form from being a kid.
And it turns it
Yep.
into an adult. Yep.
Yeah.
This is totally fan service done right. Like, everyone's jaw was on the floor when this first aired. I can tell you that. It broke.
Mhm.
It broke the internet.
Yeah.
It would have been better if it was on Toonami.
Well, of course.
It is now.
It is now.
It is now. It happens.
So
We can finally talk about it.
Now it
yes.
is.
we'll get
That
we'll
is-
get through the rest of the episode so I can talk.
That is
about
one
it.
hairy, muscly child.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Everyone is in awe except for Goma, who of course is mad. Also,
And Vegeta that's in the corner crying.
I want to be a Super Saiyan 4. I wanna. Doesn't work like that this time, kid.
You know, Goma's been like, oh, what's this bullshit?
Although, again, goddamn, what a spectacle of fight. More of this, please. I am so glad they've set. We know they're working on more Dragon Ball now. More like this, please.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's definitely got to be this animation. If it's not,
Yes,
like,
take the whatever time you need. If you can make it like this, make it like this.
Well,
Super Saiyan 4
stop-
Goku is dominating Goma. Like, hardcore. He even managed to make the Vegeta technique work. It hits Goku.
Vegeta technique, TM.
Yes. I anytime I type that, I'm going to be doing that as long as I can in my notes because it's funny.
And that's got to just make Vegeta even madder.
Yeah, you're using my technique.
Using my
It's
technique,
working!
Kakarot!
One major enemy from the film steals my do. He steals my move.
For anyone that wasn't here the last time I made Vegeta technique jokes on Dragon Ball Daima discussion, this is a direct reference to Lonely's Archive, a YouTube channel, wherein he makes a joke that it is the Vegeta technique whenever someone spams Ki Blasts. And I am very holden by it. I think it's very funny. But then there's a nice big explosion. Oh, that looks incredibly familiar. That's the actual explosion from the intro in the arena. Man, the attention to detail on this show. Glorio actually seems worried for Goku and runs into the fray with Kundu. Like, I gotta hand it to the voice work here. Glorio sounds terrified. And for good reason. Goku just changed in a way he's never seen him change before. It's not consistent with any other Super Saiyan form. Yeah, that's scary.
He's got to be pushing off an incredible power level.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, everybody jumps in. He does. Kuendu, Supreme Kai even, and of course, Tamagami #1. What a melee!
And Piccolo.
This is and Piccolo, yes. This is the best round of Dragon Ball Fighters ever, I swear. I
Which
think
means Gohan's dead.
Me ha ow. Interrupted by
Someone
Goma.
finally realized, interrupt him.
Yes!
Interrupt the Kamehameha.
finally
It's been that
realized-
easy all along.
You could just stop him in mid. This has been a joke in the fan community for decades. Yeah, the villain just said, no, you're not finishing that sentence.
Or
But it
is
didn't
it?
And then
matter.
Goku said, "Actually, yes, I am."
But yeah, no, the Kamehameha happens right after that anyway, because Goku's like, no! Kamehameha anyway! Man, Goku's fierce in this fight.
I'm not taking my time this time.
Yeah, no,
doing
he's going right into for the
Well, no, he
kill.
was tanking the punch just so he could finish.
Yep. Goma appears like he's been defeated. Like he there's a crater in the ground and he does not look like he's getting up. But the third eye heals him, makes him bigger. I guess this is time for the Megazord fight because Rita made her monster grow. And oh my god, that eye's terrifying. It's a real menace. The ears are a real problem. Even if you can somehow outpower him, he just comes back.
2 hacks. Please
Double
nerf.
hacks. Yes, please nerf. Goma
This doesn't
encases
need a nerf,
Goku
it
in a
needs a
ball, which rapidly
needs a
powers him
removal,
back down to base state. But
Mhm.
that's when Glorio's transceiver starts beeping. And Dr. Ariansu orders him to bring the 2 Dragon Balls over to her. Glorious talks Hybus into letting him take the Dragon Balls, not particularly difficult.
Nope. It's like, hey, let me take those.
Let me take those to stage.
look
Okay.
Good
Oh,
idea.
thanks. I don't have to worry about it. That's great. Dr. Ariansu has Gloria put the balls together so she can beat Goma. Apparently, she had him learn Namekian, so they don't need Neva. for
Whoa.
that. Gloria
They
is
never needed him at all.
They never needed Neva. Neva was never needed, but he was here anyway. Gloria is conflicted because he's thinking of his friends that he's made. But he does what she asks and brings them together and summons the dragon. Gilman does not know what he's seeing, but Piccolo definitely does. And it looks just like Porunga, except for it's red. Pansy notices what's going on and senses that betrayal and is like, you betrayed us! Yeah, he kind of did. Goma tries to stop the wishing as the dragon first appears, like, I am here for your wish. No one's wishing for anything! Yeah, no, dragon is still way more powerful than Goma, which is great. That's consistent with everything
Rudely
we've ever seen.
flicks him away.
Yes, he finger flicks him away. There's been a long-standing thing, like, these dragons, you try and fight them, you're just going to get destroyed. It's lovely to actually see it happen.
Unless you're Beerus. And then
Well, you
they're
That's what I was
got
gonna
it.
say.
Well, Beerus is scary. He's a destroyer god. He can destroy you by just saying Hakai or destroy.
I do remember the dragon interacting with Beerus. It's like, oh,
Oh,
Lord
that
Beerus.
was- Yes. So there is a point at which you get more powerful, but even this isn't quite to that level.
Well, logically, you'd have to be stronger than all of the Tamagamis, right?
yes, that makes sense.
And considering Neva has been around for like so long, probably longer than Super Kami Guru.
Probably. Dr. Arnsey tells Gloria to make the wish to have her become the new Supreme Demon King with unparalleled power. Gloria
Oh, be
makes
careful with that one.
Yes, be very careful with that one.
Unlimited power. Itty bitty live in space.
Gloria makes a wish in Namekian and the episode ends. What did you do, Gloria?
Ooh. The next episode's called Betrayal. Who did he betray?
I love that. I love that they do not let you figure it out by the episode title. It's like, it could go either way.
Mhm.
And I'm not telling.
We're not
No.
telling.
We're not telling you.
Did they make it obvious in the
so-
episode preview?
No, they didn't.
No, not
Oh, good
surprisingly,
job.
they did not really like spoil anything. They just showed like, what did you do? And all they gave was just like Goku and such glowing. That's it.
What did you do?
What did you do? Why am I glowing? Do I have cancer?
Oh man, yeah, it's a thing, and I love that they leave you guessing because Glorio's been friendly, and we've seen signs that he does care, but he's also got a job, and he's at least gone far enough to bring those Dragon Balls together, which was not how things were
You better
supposed
be
to
paying
go.
him a lot.
I think Glorio is a really cool character in that he's stoic, but he does have emotions.
He's Han
Yes, I
Solo.
would agree. He's absolutely Han Solo, right down to the vest.
Yeah.
I like his powers too with electricity. Real,
Oh,
really
yeah.
different
Pretty neat.
kind of aesthetic.
Yeah, that was cool when he and Piccolo were firing beams at the same time.
That was kind of great. So, Paul, I'm sure you have a lot to say.
So first things first. One thing that I noticed, and maybe I haven't noticed this, or maybe it was in some of the episodes and it just wasn't in these, but there's no narration at the beginning or at the end of these episodes. Now,
Nope. They've done that for a bunch of episodes, but on these two, they did not.
and I kind of wish at the beginning they would have done it, just because I think it would have sounded a lot better. But I understand why they didn't. So it's not like anything that really takes away from it. But I was thinking about it, I'm like, oh man, like they actually don't have any narration in this. I'm like, this is a little different. So
I think it works with the, tone of what's going on.
true.
I think it also gives them like more time to focus on the events and what they're building up to.
I will say too, like I like how they're still going with the whole. Oh, I don't want to have to do Super Saiyan 3, but I guess I have to do Super Saiyan 3.
Well, I mean, if they do that, it shaves off a fraction of their life. So, yeah, they don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So
Didn't
You
know
had
that.
you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Where have
Yeah,
I been?
Goku ran out of time on Earth way faster.
Yeah, I knew. I
because
thought
he
that was
turned Super
because
Saiyan.
of like how much energy he used.
Yes,
It-
because it took away that energy took away from his life.
Yeah, it takes
Yeah,
away life
it-
force too.
it's. I think what happens, and
Who cares?
maybe-
Saiyans live for so long.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's not gonna kill you if you use a little bit, but like if you rely on it.
Yeah. Well, that's why Goku stopped relying on it, because it just.
Well, he never
And
did.
it was a drain on his power, because it basically you can only use it for a short period of time either way. So it's not like,
Yeah.
that's why I think we talked about this, Laser, but that's why they made what? Super Saiyan 2. That's why Goku perfected Super Saiyan 2 in a sense, because it was just so much easier to do that than to go to Super Saiyan 3 and your power's gone like that, it seems.
I mean, he preferred to use Super Saiyan 2 in general. You also have to understand when we're talking about Goku, this is a man who would love longer fights.
Also, real quick, would you say, Laser, and maybe this is to Fabian's why wait, this takes away from life kind of thing. Do you think maybe it was downplayed in like Kai a little bit, so like people that
No.
were watching it maybe for the
Not
first
at all.
time were kind of no?
What I put this down to specifically, and I hate to be the guy that says this, the English dub of Dragon Ball has not been very clear about it. The fact that they talked about energy in which is not technically incorrect,
Yeah.
but they're trying to avoid censors here, and they're like, oh, and a lot of that's the old Z dub did that, and they were totally avoiding censorship there. They're like, we need to get on cable TV. We got to make sure we're good. So they obfuscated terms, and this happens all throughout the old Z dub, all over the place. There's a lot of misinformation out there because of that. But no, if you watch it in Japanese with subtitles, it is clear as day.
Interesting. Okay.
That would make more sense because it's like Goku was brought there for a specific amount of time for him to be there.
Yes.
So
He had a day. He had a
part of his
day's worth of life.
lifespan.
Yep. he had a day's worth of life energy in him, and he spent it all on that Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, and that makes a lot more sense than just that he used so much energy. I'm like, he's been using a lot of energy this entire time.
Exactly, and it's the ineloquence of the dub there, which I actually really like the Kai dub. I think Kai dub actually handles that a lot better. I don't know if Fabian, have you even seen the Majin Buu Kai dub?
Yeah, we had Bukai on Toonami,
Yes,
so I did
we
see
did.
it.
We did. Okay,
But I don't know if they changed the
I
dialogue.
can't remember
at
if they
all.
changed that or not off the top of my head, but the Kai dub is usually better on these things. I can't remember what they did there. It's been a minute since I saw it.
1,000.
But I know that the old dub, the Z dub, did not detail this nearly well enough.
Yeah, I think that's probably why there's so much confusion on that.
Well,
so.
that Z dub has created mounds of confusion
Mm,
for things like that, and of course deliberate mistranslation as well.
yeah. So, Super Saiyan 4.
Mhm.
So one of the things that, I think me and Laser kind of argued about, but it does make me wonder because listen, you introduced this now, so it's not seen in Super for obvious reasons, but now you beg the question: are you going to use this down the line somewhere?
Well,
Are
it was
you
triggered
going
by
to?
magic, so I didn't see Neva
Yeah.
anywhere in Super. So the fact that it isn't in Super, well, nobody magically cast spells on them in Battle of Gods to fight Beerus. They had no easy way to get a hold of Neva when Beerus showed up, so they didn't really have a chance to use that. And then after Battle of Gods, they got Super Saiyan God after that. So
Well,
after that
right.
point, there's no point. So we're only talking about a very small period of time where that would be relevant, and in that time frame, who's going to activate it for them?
I mean, we'll talk more about that after the next two episodes, but um
I know what you're getting at, and we'll have answers for that. But yeah, we'll talk about that next time.
yeah, so we're not going to talk about that part right now. I would say I can see why Toriyama did Super Saiyan 4 the way he did. Um I do find it ironic because we had talked about this, that Super Saiyan God is obviously red hair, red eyes. Super Saiyan 4 is red hair,
It's
red
more of a
eyes.
magenta.
I mean, it's pretty similar. So it's like you're sitting there looking at it. And
magenta
going,
and
oh,
red are
magenta.
similar, but it's not the same thing.
It's magenta.
But whatever. I mean, it looks. It makes me sit there and go, "Is there some kind of symmetry there?" But probably not.
I think it looks pinker than red.
I agree with that.
But
Please tell me his fur is red and it's just not my color blindness tricking me.
It's magenta.
He's what?
His fur, his body hair. Not just his his head hair.
It's red in GT, but here it's the same as his head. It's magenta.
Goddamn color blindness.
It happens.
Well, in GT, his hair is black.
His hair is black, but the body fur is red in GT.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The form. First of all, I like that they use Super Saiyan 4 because I've always said that Super Saiyan 4 should be used not just in GT, but it should have been used, even in Super. They should have introduced it there, but they obviously.
I totally agree that
yeah,
Super Saiyan 4 needed to be canonized because it is kind of like a really cool looking form.
Well, it's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That said, I am not cool with Goku being the first one to unlock it. I'm not cool with that. That said, with what Laser Kid is saying that is going to be coming up, that might soften it for me. Because the thing for me ever since Broly was canonized, and what the film said about Broly being able to tap into the power of the great ape without his tail. Part of me was always like, my biggest hope has been since then that Broly will be the one to canonize Super Saiyan 4.
This Super
By-
Saiyan 4 is not the same. It's not based on the Great Ape at all.
No.
But it required but in GT it required Goku to have his tail.
In GT, that was the case. That's not the case here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but also keep in mind, Fabian, you're talking about two different Super Saiyan 4s here.
Yes.
Because if you think about it, Super Saiyan 4 in GT is so powerful that it overrides a wish and he turns back into an adult. Whereas this Super Saiyan 4 does not override that wish and he's still in kid form.
So yeah,
So-
that's the other bit of it is like, what is the difference between how these two forms are achieved and what they offer?
This was achieved through magic.
Yeah.
Mm,
So and as you mentioned, we're going to learn more about like why this was possible. So it's just like, okay, will this soften the blow for me? But again, I want Broly to go Super Saiyan 4.
There's at this point, by the time you get Broly in Dragon Ball Super Broly, there's no reason for him to go 4. He could just go God.
Well,
Yeah.
It's just like he's unlocked Super Saiyan, and so it's just like, to me, it's
Yeah.
just like it's going Super Saiyan 4 would be the end of his arc in learning how to control his power, is the way I see it.
I don't necessarily see that being the case, but
No.
It's,
think we're
again,
getting a
it's
little
just
bit off
what I
track,
would
though.
like to see, not what
I
I
get that.
expect to see.
well,
I
I mean,
hate to be Kuro here, but I think we're getting a little bit off track here with this. For me, like, I'm just very happy that they were able to bring this into the storyline. I personally,
too.
I would personally hope that this isn't just a short-term thing, and down the line, we do see Super
That'd be
Saiyan
kind
4.
of sad if this was a one and done.
Yeah, but I also, maybe Laser would agree with me. I think that if we do see Super Saiyan 4, it's not going to be what we just saw. I honestly think it's going to be something different.
I would
It'll
want
look the
to
same.
understand what you mean by that before I could say I agree or not.
So we're not going to, I would say if they're going to have Super Saiyan 4 down the road somewhere in Super or whatever Dragon Ball series they come
Whatever
up with,
series comes next, yeah.
right? If it's a different name or if it stays Super or whatever. I don't know. I would want it to, because obviously they have achieved God powers. I would
Yeah,
I
they
would
have,
want
they have God Key, yeah.
I would love for them to incorporate that somehow into Super Saiyan 4 if they're going to use it. Whereas this one obviously is not a Super Saiyan God. This is just Super Saiyan 4.
This is Super
Because-
Saiyan 4. They deliberately designed Dragon Ball Daima for people who grew up with Dragon Ball GT to enjoy it and then share it with a new generation, like kids who grew up with GT or adults. They
Yeah.
have kids, so this was very much GT nostalgia train. I would, and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
by
it's
the way.
doing like a good approach to turning the cast into young kids, like GT did. And then
we're in this
introducing,
alien world like GT.
yeah, and we're going on an adventure. Instead of trying to find Dragon Balls throughout the galaxy, we're just finding a new world set of Dragon Balls.
Yeah, so it's borrowing a lot from GT in all the right ways. Like as much as I am someone who's not a big fan of GT, I would be lying to you if I said it had no good ideas. And I think Daima capitalized really well on the best ideas GT had and reframed them in a much better way. When it comes to Super Saiyan 4, I really like that they tied it into Demon World magic. It makes it special and unique.
Mhm.
It's not just Super Saiyan, the fourth one, push the button. It's connected to the magic of the demon world. And in that way, no other transformation is like it.
See, we'll talk about this after the next 2 episodes.
Oh, I
'cause
know. I know we will.
I have-
and I'll have things
I
to
have
say there,
some-
but
I have some. I really want to talk about that part, but one thing that was interesting because, and obviously
I'm
this is not
deliberately
the
only
same-
talking about what we can talk about. So be
No,
careful here.
no. This doesn't have anything to do with it. It actually has to do with episode 18 when Goku did the Kamehameha. He did the Kamehameha.
You are not the ocean dub.
But anyways, the flame that went around it, I was sitting there going, "Oh, you got close to what is the move called? Because I'm gonna screw it up. I know I am. It's not Dragon Fist. It's what is it? Or is it Dragon Fist?
Dragon Fist is from Dragon Ball Z movie 13.
No. The move that Goku uses in Super Saiyan 4.
Oh, you're talking about GT stuff. I have no idea.
Yeah. I can't remember what that move was called because it was in the game too, and a lot of the games.
Oh yeah, Super Saiyan 4 is always popular.
But
It's
I was
always
like,
in the games.
oh, you're trying to incorporate that a little bit too. Oh, I see what you're doing
Yeah,
here. Because
this is fan service done the right way, so I believe it.
Because even if you remember, like when Goku would do the Kamehameha or whatever you want to call it.
Kamehameha. It's not that hard, buddy.
Anyways,
It's been consistently translated correctly for like 20 years now.
You never see that. So it's like, oh, so what are you trying to do right there, Toriyama? Are you trying to pay homage a little bit more to Super Saiyan 4 in some way? I don't know. It was just something interesting I thought of when I was watching it today. So it's like, huh, okay. This is interesting.
Certainly a possibility.
I don't understand though why everybody felt like they had to jump in after he went Super Saiyan 4 because it's like you see what
the
he's
final
doing, right?
And well, because he is the big heavy gun, and that doesn't mean he could do it all alone. He is the best chance they got, so they see this big chance, and they're going to jump in to make it as better of a chance as possible.
Yeah, that final push.
If you've got a big tank and you've got a little gun, and you're trying to take out an insurmountable enemy, you don't just let the tank go on its own, you help out.
Mhm.
I mean, the tank is better than you, but that doesn't mean you don't help.
He's more like a
you
nuclear
can
missile.
whittle down
but-
the HP.
Yeah, we can pull
You
a
can do
cell and
chip
have
damage.
we can pull a cell arc and have Cell getting hit by everyone behind him while Gohan's overwhelming him, but everyone else is still hitting him. That still helps.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's just great to see that. I mean, plus the animation in both episodes. I mean, I know
Oh yeah,
I know that's my go-to thing when I'm talking
but
about.
it's not
Dragon
just
Ball
you. I'm
Daima.
talking about it too. The animation on this
It's
show is gorgeous.
It's just
Yeah,
amazing.
Another
And
show with like another good production.
So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it, honestly. So awkward silence.
Steven, your thoughts. Are you alive?
Hi, I'm alive. Hi.
Yay!
Hi, alive.
Hello.
Yeah, just echoing basically what everyone says. Great episodes. Turning to Super Saiyan. That was Super Saiyan 4, right? That he had
Yeah.
turned all. Okay. Turning into that was a surprise. I did not think they would do that. I mean, so when I live tweet the shows, I technically see them the day before because I gather all the images that I want to say and see and everything. So seeing that there and then seeing it actually play out, two different things, but it's like they actually went there. I do have a question for you, Laser, or anyone who can answer it. Um, did Goku have to train to get the Super Saiyan 4 or never?
No.
Like
Neva cast a spell on him that unlocked a power. And that's as much as I can say for now.
okay. But
I would
so
say it's similar to when Guru, while on Namek, unlocked the potential for Krillin and Gohan.
okay.
I would agree with that, but that much information is not entirely clear yet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Actually, bouncing off of that, if you don't mind me asking a question real quick. One thing, well, not maybe a question, but one thing that I felt like I thought it was, but obviously I guess it's magic, but I thought it was what um was it Grand Kai? Grant, not Grand Kai. The
The Grand
oh
Eller
god.
and Namek.
Yes, you know where I'm going with this.
What we
Okay.
subtitle fans call us like Choro-sama.
Yes, so I actually thought that he was just drawing out more power from Goku, and obviously I can that leads into what I was going to talk about after these next two
Yes,
episodes.
no, yes, no, kind of, sort of, but it's complicated.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to talk about this next time.
That's a next time conversation.
Steven, continue.
Okay. And then to add on to that, because I don't know if it was quite clear, GT didn't happen yet. So then how does he unlock something that didn't happen?
GT, well, it effectively, this is a potential that was always there. In terms of Daima, ignore GT because it's not really relevant to this.
It's
In
not
terms
canon.
of Daima, well, this is not there, period. GT is literally impossible. Whether you count Daima or Super, GT can't happen for a number of
Okay.
reasons. It's sort of like that second half of Blue Exorcist season 1.
Okay. Another show I have to forget half the season about.
I
Okay.
mean, you can count GT to GT. Dragon Ball Z happened. To Dragon Ball
Okay.
Super and Daima, GT didn't happen. If that makes sense.
Got it. Okay.
And
Branching
in some of the
timelines, if
games,
nothing
the
else.
characters from GT get included.
Yes, but let's not make this more complicated than it needs to be.
Games are just multiverse, okay?
Yeah.
Games are fan service. This is a power that was in him that was the potential was always there. Magic basically pushed it, unlocked it, let it loose. Effectively what's going on here. But it's still a power that wouldn't have happened without the magical intervention.
Interesting. Okay. So yeah. Now that kind of clears it up a little bit for me. I was thinking that he tapped into some parallel universe to turn it on. I don't know. Who knows? It's some weird thing.
It'll be more clear, and I'll be able to speak a lot more deliberately next time.
Okay, cool.
The next Dragon Ball Z.
Next, Toonami Faithful Podcast. Liz can finally explain what the heck is going on with Super Saiyan 4.
Okay. Yeah, but great episodes. I gotta say, Laser, like everyone here and you're saying, that animation is really good. That is like it flows. It's almost seamless at times. It's like I'm not one of the ones who like go into like animation or like saying, hey, it's like the video game trope kind of thing of like, oh, this thing's not, it's running at 30, man. I can't really understand it. Or it's running at 60. It's like, I can't see it. My eyes are not doing something. I'm like, mine don't work like that. So I don't know how like people see that. But I mean, this animation is like really good that I can see something like really good. So it's like
I
running
would
like high
say,
def. Yeah.
yeah, with the recent Dragon Ball projects after Super ended in terms of animated like series and films, Dragon Ball's animation has been really good, starting with Dragon Ball Super Broly, then Dragon Ball Superhero, and now Dragon
Superhero's
Ball
not the best animation. It's a
It's
really
good in
good
terms of
movie.
3D.
I don't agree with
I
that.
like the aesthetic.
I
like
like
how
the
it
look.
feels.
It's the designs are great, but the animation is kind of rough in that movie. And I love that movie. That's a great movie. But
Mhm.
that one. But I would agree. Daima's in the tradition of Super Broly. It is amazingly animated.
Yeah, because with Broly, they went for like a very unique aesthetic to the animation. That had a good bounciness to it as well as ruggedness to it at the same time. This
It's
one
that
is
Shintani magic.
yeah. And for Daima, I think it's really calling back to some of the classic look of Dragon Ball while modernizing it.
Yeah, you're talking more about visual design, which
Yeah.
no, is also fantastic.
Do we know if this is like flash animated or is it like hand drawn or?
I'm as far as I
This is
understand,
almost likely hand-on digital with CGI as
yeah,
well.
like it's gonna be same as contemporaries. It's
Okay,
modern
cool.
animation. It's
Okay.
not anything particularly special in terms of how they did it. It's that they took the time and the energy and the money to make it this high quality. That's
Yeah,
why it
you.
stands out.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
The budget was clearly high on the animation.
Yeah, they had to sell. They had to make some wishes to you find the Dragon Balls and make some wishes to get enough money to do that.
Yes, indeed.
Otherwise, yeah, it fantastic 2 episodes right there. Just going from Super Saiyan 3 and thinking, okay, that might be able to beat him, and then that doesn't beat him. It's like, well, where do you go? You can't go God because the
That
whole
hasn't happened
canon
yet.
thing in
Hasn't happened.
Timeline didn't happen.
Well, I
So
mean,
what do
I
you
believe
do?
that Super is canon because they've made references to other universes and stuff. So I believe
Mhm.
this does lead into Super.
Yeah.
It's a little rough for reasons we'll get into, but I do
Mhm.
believe it is connected. Um,
Yeah, I think this is a good insertion into the canon.
I think so too. So it's just that Super hasn't happened yet. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, I liked it. I mean, me live tweeting it. There are some epic moments, man. That's what Dragon Ball is all about. Those epic battles and moments. And it's like, okay, yeah, I can see that. Just that one frame of him staring at the camera in Super Saiyan 3 and 4. And it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. I get what people like about this show.
That I do like the subversions of things that Laser covered in the overview of these 2 episodes. Which Goku saying, let's all go in together, taking the threat seriously. Goku being the sassy one with some venom, roasting, and also the group not leaving it entirely up to Goku when he goes to the next stage.
Some of the
Yeah, very
smartest
much
thing
so.
Diamond does in general is it lets the characters interact in ways that other Dragon Ball shows did, but not to that extent. They really let these guys build off of each other, and that is as much as I love the action in Dragon Ball, and I do. It is the character moments in Dragon Ball that have always been the highlight for me, and letting that shine so much more in Daima makes me love it so much more.
I like learning more about the Namekians, learning more about where Supreme Kai comes from in regards to his background. So it's like, yeah, this is a really wonderful insertion into the uh, having this kind of story insert more to the canon of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, well,
It
and
answers
Dragon Ball
so
and
many
canon is also
questions.
this very loose idea. They don't
Yeah.
they do not take it that seriously.
But I
Yeah,
do
It's
like
like
us
this is all
touching
cool
on these
information that doesn't
other
really like
elements.
break too much.
Yeah.
what were you saying, Sketch?
I do like them incorporating these other elements that have been teased throughout the years, and finally giving us some background on these things that have just kind of been out there, but not really explored before. So I really appreciate that they do that with this show.
I'm right there with you. It's nice to see it just done that way.
Mhm. I'm looking forward to seeing how this show ties everything together and finishes up.
Surprisingly tidy.
Yes and no.
I mean, it could have been a lot less tidy.
It could have been a lot less tidy. It really could have.
But spoiler alert, I do feel it's rushed.
I feel the exact same way, and
I'm
I will be
expecting
spoiling some
that
Dragon
so
Like I
Ball
said,
I'm
20
not going
episodes.
to be too
Needed like 4
disappointed.
more.
I honestly feel like it needed like maybe 2 or 3 more episodes to really flush it out, but
There's a lot going on all at once. We got suddenly Goku's Super Saiyan 4, Glorio's revealing that he has betrayed them. Goma's ridiculously powerful. We gotta wrap all these things up.
I do like that they don't make the fight take too long, like a Dragon Ball Z fights might have.
Yeah.
So
is
I
good.
am
get
happy
back
about
home.
that.
It's like 2 episodes and some change to fight Goma, which is
fine.
yeah.
That's completely reasonable.
Mm-hmm. We don't have to have 10 episodes of.
Oh god. And then Namek blew up.
Or 10 episodes of Goku fighting Beerus.
Oh my god.
Oh, adapting those
Yeah.
movies into TV episodes.
I literally do not watch that part of Super. I just watch those movies and then I go over to the Champa arc.
Good.
I don't even go to that. I go to just Future Trunks again.
Well, then you're missing some of the story though if you do that.
Yeah.
That's the only part that I'm like interested in watching again.
Fair enough. I think the first tournament is actually pretty good.
I like the first tournament.
Tournament of Power
If nothing else, I really like the dynamic of Champa
and Beerus.
Beerus.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I do enjoy that. And it's a fun little arc, and I would agree with you that.
And it
for Dragon Ball
introduces Hit,
Super
everyone's favorite character.
Hey, there you go. I would agree that the only, I wouldn't even say only. The best part of Super is definitely the Future Trunks arc, although, unfortunately, even that's got some warts on it.
Yep. It's like Super is really inconsistent in
Yeah.
that way.
It is.
And it's just that like Future Trunks I felt like was the most consistent.
Until
even
it
though we're
doesn't.
dealing with massive timed situations.
It's really consistent and really, really good until it stops being that. I would actually, if you want the most consistent arc of Super, I actually would say it's the Universe 6 tournament. There's no weird, crazy stuff there. It does sets out what it wants to do, and then it does it.
Introduce the person stronger than Beerus. I forget his name, but for some reason they gave him these like protruding nipples.
Oh god, you're talking about Manaka.
Manaka.
Who's not actually stronger than Beerus. It's just meant to get Goku excited.
Yep.
And that's not the point of that tournament. That tournament is just, it's a fun tournament where, you see, we know because the line was dropped in Battle of Gods that there are other universes. Well, now you get to see it a little bit. And that pays off, and you get an idea what they're like, because we have the one other universe that we're dealing with here. And it worked really well. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for the second tournament arc. But that's Dragon Ball Super.
That is Dragon Ball Super.
And we're almost going to be seeing what Dragon Ball Daima ends up being as with the last couple episodes.
Yeah, there's only 2 left on Toonami, and I want to know where all the time went.
Yeah. But I feel like we've been talking about it for a while.
We have. It doesn't feel like it, but it is.
It has been several months. Several months. But we got 2 episodes left, and not going to guarantee that we will talk about it exactly. We'll see how things shake out. We might hold off and I don't know. We'll see.
To be determined.
To be determined, as with many things.
That might be a long episode.
Probably. I feel
That
like
might be
even if we just talked about those 2 episodes of Daima, it would probably still go 2 hours.
Well, I mean, Paul and I are going to end up bouncing off of each other over Super Saiyan 4 at that point, so yes.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You think we're done talking about Super Saiyan 4? Oh, sweet.
Oh boy, no we're not. I
There's-
wish, but we're
There's
not.
so much more of Super Saiyan 4.
There's so much more in store.
That's right. That's right.
Who knows? You might get Yogi Bear coming into the chat.
Eh?
Hey, boo boo. I need a picnic basket.
But Yogi, what about the Ranger?
Shut up and go give me a picnic basket.
I got smart and filed a restraining order. Now he can't get within 10 miles of us without getting hauled off to jail. Gee, Yogi, that's pretty smart. I'm smarter than the average bear.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, we're old. Shut up.
Hey, I'm older than you are. So.
And tell me, Mr. Snugglepuss, what is it you do for a living? I'm a thespian. An actor even.
This is all telling us that we need to go to bed.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
think
We're-
that's
we're
exactly
re-
what
We're
this
hitting
is.
the delirious territory. of
We're
this.
hitting the
we're-
period where Space Ghost Coast to Coast is the funniest.
We are in fact hitting the realm of stupid o'clock.
Yes. Stupid o'clock. So, you can email us at podcast@toonamifaithful.com. You can follow us on facebook.com/toonamifaithfulpodcast and on Twitter @toonamipodcast. You can listen to the podcast on just about everything, including Apple Podcasts, CastBox, Deezer, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Overcast, Podbay, Podbean, Podcast Addict, Radio.com, Spotify, and the TuneIn app. And you can find every episode of the podcast to stream online at the same place they found the encrypted clinical trials on Lazarus, SoundCloud.com/Toonami Faithful Podcast. Get the latest news by following @ToonamiFaithful.com on Blue Sky and @Toonami News on Twitter. And read the news, views, and reviews on ToonamiFaithful.com. And as I mentioned before, we've made some changes to the Patreon. Please do check us out on Patreon.com/ToonamiFaithful if you support the show in any way. We have many tiers with nice perks.
May I interject real quick?
You may.
Also, we're allowing people to do a small trial of the Toonami Faithful Pass. So,
Oh, that's right.
if you are like, I don't know if I really want to give these guys money, well, there's a free trial. So, go ahead and try it. Let us know what you think, and hopefully, you'll stick around for more because we're going to be a lot more consistent with content. Right now,
And
there
certainly
is.
give us feedback and tell us if
Yes.
it's worth it or not.
Please actually give us feedback because, like,
Are people
know.
afraid of giving us feedback?
I don't know. I really don't know, honestly.
I don't know. We've been doing this for so long.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like people are like, I'm not going to give any feedback. And it's like, but we asked you for feedback.
I think the sentiment is it's good enough. Why rock the boat?
Yes.
I don't know.
But yeah, real quick too, there is a new, very, very short thing that I've titled Kuro Man, as Laser will know. From the end
I haven't
of,
even listened to it.
It's the end of episode 259 after they sign off. Laser and Kuro are talking about Batman and
Oh gosh,
Kuro
yes.
Man. Yes, I put that up there. I thought it was hilarious. So
Kuro Man.
Kuro Man. Kuro Man. That's right,
Too fun.
Laser. I listen. But continue, Skip.
He listens.
He does.
Okay. Fabian, tell the folks where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky, as well as YouTube under the username Faboober.
Wow, that was quick.
That was
That was
quick.
quick. I wasn't
Well, I
expecting it to be that quick.
already said what to check things out last time. There isn't anything new right now.
All right. Well, that's all you want to say. Steven, tell the folks where they can find you.
Well, hey, you can find me on like every social media platform under MXA Ghost. Aside from that, I mean, you want to watch my streams, you can do that. I stream on Twitch whenever on doing Hollow Knight right now, but that's under MXA Ghost. So if you want to watch me on there with my GI Joe VTuber model, you can.
Okay. What you playing lately?
You know,
It's Hollow Knight. That's the only thing I'm playing. I think I'm going to do that Mega Bonk game. That's kind of like a 3D Vampire Survivor game. Test that out. See how that goes.
I'm sorry.
I feel like
Paul,
I
were you
should be
trying to say
playing
something?
I always feel like somebody's watching me from that one artist in Michael Jackson.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Watching me.
That's the only reason why people actually listen to that song, because Michael
Yeah.
Jackson's on it.
Yes. Yeah. And it was later sampled by Christian rapper Toby Mac. Watch baby, watch baby. And that's probably when I've heard it the most. For what it's worth.
But back to Kuro Man.
Back to Kuro Man. Kuro's already
I don't
left.
know.
Kuro's already left. Laser, tell the folks where they can find you.
Well, you can find me on Twitter at LaserKidPrime. You can find me on Blue Sky at LaserKid. And you can find me on my podcast, The Simuldub Saints. At Simuldub Saints on both of those previously mentioned social media networks, as well as on YouTube, where it gets posted. We'll have a new episode coming out for those of you listening live in about 3 hours. So, yeah, we talk about Simuldubs over there. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
You're a crazy
I was
man.
on the episode where we talked about all of the simulcasts for the season.
Yep, the good old Simuldubs. And that is the most recent episode that is out as of right now. So, yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Mr. Pasquillo, tell the folks where they can find you.
Yes, well, you can find me on many platforms. Yes. Yes.
That's jolly good.
Elegant.
It is stupid o'clock!
It is.
I will now talk
Yeah.
about the Tsuchinoko!
I feel like this podcast tonight was very shallow and pedantic. Yes.
Very shallow and pedantic.
Mhm,
Where we
yes,
were
yes.
talking about balls.
No.
Excuse me. I'm my great poupon.
Oh my god, I need to go to bed.
That is not grey poupon, good sir. Somebody just pooped their pants.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyways, you can find me on Twitter at Paul Pasquillo and Blue Sky, which I really should be using more. I feel like a lot less people are using Blue Sky though, because I don't know. It just wasn't what they thought it was going to be. You can also email me, Paul Pasquillo, at toonamifaithful.com. So please do that as well. And you will find me doing more stuff because after this weekend, I only have one job for about 5 months. And then I go back and shoot myself several times. So yeah.
Okay. You can find me on Twitter at Sketch1984. Also on Blue Sky, look me up, Sketch1984. And some comments in the chat where Josh Knighton made a point of raising his hand to say, "Hey, I've given feedback." Yes, you have, Josh. Thank you for giving feedback.
By the
And
way, Josh,
Mr. AJ Tibb in the chat as well says, "They suggest putting a link to the website here on Twitch since there is already a Patreon link."
I thought there was
Good.
one on there, but I will take a look.
We'll look into that.
By the way, Josh, who do we have to beat up to get your Twitter back? Just asking for a friend.
Elon Musk.
Man, that was I don't even want to get into that, but authenticity, that's a new one.
Apparently that means that they think it's like, I actually looked around into that. Apparently they think that's what they say if they think you're a bot.
That's what they say if they think you're a bot.
Yep.
Whose tweets are they reading?
I
Obviously
don't
not
know.
Josh's.
Definitely
Apparently,
not.
Josh's, yeah.
Which is really, really dumb. I don't know why they'd think that, because that is very much not a bot.
Very much not. Very much.
Josh, we're here to support you.
Absolutely.
And the absolute gall of the fine print saying, "Oh, we've suspended the account, but we're still going to charge you for your membership."
Oh, that's such BS.
You gotta manually cut that off. I was like, you should just suspend the account the same time you suspend the membership, right?
We like your money, especially when we don't do anything for it.
Well, they should suspend the premium
He's a bot.
first.
Sakura is useful.
Oh no.
They should have just suspended his membership and then suspended his account later on if that's where they were going with it. You know what I mean? It just
Well, no, then they don't get this money.
well, fuck them.
Yeah, and they shouldn't. Screw them. Just dreadful. Just dreadful.
But anyways, I think it's time to get on out of here.
Yeah, because it's stupid o'clock and it's getting stupider o'clock.
It's getting stupider by the instant, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Quite.
Yes. Quite.
Shallow and
Nudge,
pedantic,
nudge,
yes.
say no
Alright,
more,
cheerio,
say no more,
cheerio.
say no more, say no more. I bet she does. I bet she does.
Oh my lord.
I had
And
to
that's
pull
it
this
for this
stream
week's
around.
Toonami Faithful podcast.
And now for something completely different.
Yes.
Clearly.
We don't make enough Monty Python references on this
We
podcast.
do not. We should make more, yes.
Spam?
Spam, 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 spam.
No, we won't, Jeff.
No,
won't.
but okay, this is somewhat Toonami related. Okay, so whenever I hear the Big O opening theme, even though you're obviously Gordon because it sounds exactly, but like Big O, Big O, Big O, big spam, 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 spam. I don't know, my brain just went there. As we've determined, my brain goes places. To bed soon, I hope. But that means we have to stop talking.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So, thank you all for listening, whether you tuned in. Yes, you're welcome. You can't unhear it. Thank you all for listening, whether you tuned in live to the live stream or you're listening to the podcast after the fact. We always appreciate your listenership and your feedback, so please give us some. Unless you already have, and thank you. Be sure to share the podcast with your friends in case you think they would be interested. And until next time, I don't even have anything.
Peace. We're out.
Spam.
New for 2025, a sleek magenta fuel-efficient import. Super Saiyan 4 with optional big monkey hands and a complimentary tail. Buy now.
How do I get one?
12 payments of $99.99.
Oh my god.
The low price.